Hello, dear friends. My name is Sonali Sikdar, and I'm a practicing psychologist and a psychotherapist working out of Mumbai. Today, I'm again back with an interesting topic where, we are going to talk about how we can really overcome our negative talk and move into a more positive thinking, a more positive self talk, and how we can be a little more positive each and every day of our life. So, dear friends, in today's times, there is a constant scrutiny of how we are living, who we are, what we are. The various social medias where we are present actually also put a scrutiny on us. And in the competitive world that we are living in today, you may really find yourself that many times you're in a puddle of self doubt and a lot of negativity. The downside of human mind is that it does not have a filter whatsoever. And there is hence no blocking of any negative or irrational thoughts that are there in our mind. And hence a lot of self doubt is created. In this fast paced life, one forgets to clear these small thoughts consciously on a day to day basis, which eventually then become a matter of habit. And they are harmful habits, which actually disbalance us and create an imbalance in our mind and in our spirit. So self doubt can be converted into self reliance and self acceptance after taking some very definitive steps in how we go ahead and change our thought process, which will actually gradually lead to a better physical efficiency. That means a better body for yourself, a better mind for yourself, and also at the same time, enhanced self esteem. So let me just share with you some of the steps, initial steps that one can really take to, step away from our negative self-talk and how we can convert this into positive thinking and positive living. So, dear friends, I would like to share a personal experience over here where how I changed my self-doubt, my self-talk, which was so negative, um, by simply creating a calendar for myself. I prepared a daily schedule, a daily timetable for myself. That helped me to really understand that how is it that I was achieving so many good things when I was in the school, where the teachers helped us to really create a daily timetable, a task to be accomplished, a lecture to be completed in that particular time slot, and how that particular wisdom helped us to step by step achieve our goals in time, and made us feel so motivated to keep moving ahead year after year after year. So but as we grow up, we kind of forget all these basic disciplines of our life. Preparing a daily schedule was never a part of my life after I moved from college, and moved into college rather. And obviously I started seeing that I had to work more hard to really improve my productivity, my self reliance, my confidence. So I moved back into making this daily task list for myself, and on a day-to-day basis, I started ticking off the things that I accomplished on that. So that helped me to get myself into a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction, and made me feel very positive. And it helped me to appreciate myself for all the hard work that I was doing. Habits don't really form overnight. And also the fact that we feel that many of our tasks are already there in my head, so why should I create a an entire calendar with timetable, with timing, with tasks, the description, and how I'm going to really um, economize my day, so that you can really accomplish everything that you really set out for that particular day. Actually, in the initial stages, I had a lot of difficulty in adjusting to the fact that, my goodness, I'm going to go back to a timetable schedule. The first day and the second day was terrible because I didn't even want to list out things on that which I was able to kind of accomplish. Um, though I scrambled towards the end of the day to complete some of the tasks in that, but I finally gave up and I said, nothing doing. I'm going to put my timetable. I'm going to put my schedule in place. So by day 3 or 4, I started pushing myself a little harder and things started falling in place. It started happening. The magic started getting created. And eventually the flow came in, and I started getting more and more comfortable with it. So what I also did was that I appointed one or two friends of mine to keep a tab on me, so that they keep asking me about the progress of how I'm doing, how are things getting accomplished, am I facing any challenges, who can I talk to about those challenges. I also spoke to my mentors, in case I was facing any challenges, and those are the people who really helped me to feel motivated. They gave me so much of positivity, so much of encouragement, that actually I started again falling in track, and ensured that I actually went ahead and accomplished the tasks that I listed every day. As more and more activities started coming in, more and more ticks I started seeing on my timetable, the more and more self-esteem stepped in, the more and more motivation came in. Hence, I was able to thus move away from my negative self thinking and self talk that I did to myself. Yeah. So another thing that I also realized that one can really do is do a reality check. We are always with this thought process of being a always and never thinker. Many of us are that ways, that we keep thinking, oh, this always happens with me, I never accomplish anything. Each time I try to do something, something goes wrong. Everyone around me is like this, no one is there to support me, but and so on and so forth, that we keep thinking. But is that really true? This type of thinking is only actually detrimental to us, and our choices of happiness are only going to keep going on a downflow, right? Instead of us helping ourselves to move up and ahead. So one needs to really step back and do a reality check. Since all these situations that are there, they are all the ones that have created in our mind, and since we have created it, I'm sure we are the only ones who can really change it, right? Many of us also actually put a whole spotlight on our negative thoughts. That is why our vision becomes so narrow, and our ability to think, it actually becomes like, you're walking through a narrowest tunnel in your mind. And then there is no stepping backwards. There is no way that, we can step backwards or sideways. Only we can keep doing is keep moving in that negative thinking ahead and ahead and ahead. And the journey can be really excruciating and very aggravating. And it can really, leave us very hurt, and definitely not a happier person. With this, you are actually, what you're doing is you're missing out on two things. One is living in the moment, and second is there is no consideration of all the other options and opportunities that you're really getting in your life. So if you have the power to lead your thinking, then why not try and exercise choices instead of making life miserable with all the negative thinking. The next thing that we also do is we surely predict a lot of outcomes. And the predictions that we do is all the worst outcomes. Without giving any due consideration actually to facts, we actually use our imagination so fiercely and believe that always only the worst things can happen to us. And you are so much into that space that the worst case scenarios are always dominating your thoughts. In every moment of your life, we are not even sure that what is going to be the next event that is going to happen, what is the next thing that is going to come in front of us, right? So, this kind of self hypothesis and predictions are only in your arena, it's not in the real world, actually. Yeah. Then there is an assumption that I have the capability to be in the other's mind. Somehow we are convinced ourselves that we always know what the other person is thinking, and we are always sure that what's going to really come out of that person's mind, and what are the comments that are going to come out, what are the impressions that they're going to carry about us. And by that we actually perceive and judge ourselves well in advance. So this pulls so far in our head that the negative talk is almost like you're arguing in reality with the person, but it's actually all happening in your mind. It's like that imaginary fight that you're doing inside your mind. So, how does this conversation leave us inside our mind? It really leaves us frustrated, angry, feeling, shame, and feeling very hurt. In reality, one never really has a clue of what is really going on in the other person's mind. We are not psychics, right? So, how can we really know what is there? So, hence, it's only to our advantage that we can and we should be very honest and have open conversations, with the person to really understand them and understand the situation. And that ways we can have more meaningful and deeper relationships. Lastly, but not the least, we are carrying guilt and shame of many things. In many scenarios, even without understanding, we tend to pull the blame on ourselves. And we consider that, I was the reason for this downfall. I was the reason for this thing really going wrong in my life or that person's life. I was the creator of this situation. And, you kind of just attract all that blame to yourself. Yeah. And we consider that, everything is downfall and it's all because of me. But is that really true? Because it's only a perception that is there in the mind. There is no valid data to really prove that yes, you were really responsible for all the things that happened over there. Yeah. And in reality, every person, if you see, is responsible for his or her own actions and reactions. Hence, calling yourself a loser and a horrible person is not really helping you in any way. It's not solving the situation, definitely. And nothing is getting accomplished also at the end of the day, right? So remember that we are all fallible human beings. We can fail at things, we can misunderstand, and that does not mean that one really needs to live in regret and live in negative thinking and self-talk all the time. I'm sure we have, all of us, done something or the other in our life that we regret, and we come to know about it much later. But no point in beating yourself up over it. So if you have to create unlimited success and happiness for yourself, remember, dear friends, the magical possibilities to change and to recreate life lies within you. Only you can stop the negative self-talk and this negative self-doubt within you. And once you stop doing that, you are obviously going to be a more confident, a more self-reliant, and a more self-dependent individual. So I hope this talk really helps you. And if there is any further information or any further talk that you really need to have in this direction, please do connect with me. Thank you so very much for this.